episode of Ignite with J Dynomite. Your boy, yours truly, is back. J Dynomite with my lavish co-host. It always look like he made a money show.
Always.
What's the deal?
That was
As
going
y'all
down.
see, we kind of a little. We still in the Easter spirit over here. A little springtime coming on. As I see me with a nice fit. I like that suit, man.
Yeah,
Where you
appreciate it.
you been having it, or you just copped that?
Nah, I copped that like 4 months ago.
4 months ago? Oh, so it's still fresh.
Yeah, it's still fresh.
Still
Yeah,
off
yeah,
the
yeah,
rack.
yeah.
Wasn't Steve Harvey rack, I know that. But anyway, yeah. But nah, man, we back. I know a lot of y'all been waiting like, dang, when they gonna come back? Yeah, we was waiting too, man. A lot of stuff has happened. A lot of stuff in the news. We fresh, kind of still the sort of fresh off 420.
Yeah.
I was just that high, so I had to take time off. I'm lying.
Days off. Yeah.
But nah, man, it's we back, man. It's dope. How you doing, man? What's up? What's
Man, same, man. I would say I'm glad 420's over. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Like that's one of those stressful holidays for me.
I know.
You know what I mean? Great show. You know, could have been a bit better turnout.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead. You know, we'll get into it, unpack that.
Well, let me ask you this. This is the most important question. Did the financial goal? Did you get close? Did you hit it? Did you
No.
got to give a number? Didn't get
No.
Okay.
So, well, you know, we'll retouch that.
All
You know what I
right.
mean? I want to go ahead and say, when it comes into small businesses and doing events and my idealistic of how I like to see stuff,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It either don't match, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got
So,
you.
but it always, it's a group effort, you know what I'm saying? But then other than that, you know, last time on the show, I think I've had an accident. I didn't crash a Tesla.
Yeah, you did.
know what I'm saying?
Crash the Tesla. I still wanted to ride it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mentals are okay, you know, I'm up and down as usual. You know, we've gone through a lot of stuff in the past couple of weeks, you know what I'm saying? Don't be in Fort Bend, you know what I'm saying, if you're in Texas. You know, Fort Bend's not the place to play with the law. But other than that, you know, the kids are good, you know what I'm saying? Trying to not stress, bro. What about yourself, bro?
Man, it's been good, man. You know, I would say just I'm at a place, man, where I'm good. Everything is on the up and up, but you know, nothing exciting, man. Just the usual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, passing of my dad, and I know this might seem strange, but just the whole and this is something that this will be another time, another topic, but just like, man, sometimes, let me just say it this way, sometimes putting people to rest for a funeral, same thing what you saying when it's a group effort.
It is.
Just to let's say, for instance, to divide up the group, to go, the group effort, depending on who's in that group,
There you go.
it messes up the process. So I
Yeah.
want to say I'm like you with that, is that I'm glad I was able to put my dad to rest, because it was the same thing. Like the group that actually helped me able to get over that hump, magnificent, you know. But like in the beginning, the group effort in the beginning was not so much. It kind of made it a headache, prolonged a lot. But it's like after that weight got off, I'm kind of good, man. Right now, I'm swamped with kid activities.
I mean, before the summer?
Before the summer, that's the thing.
Okay. You got
Yeah.
one about to go ahead and graduate.
Yeah, the one that's graduating also is starting amateur boxing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
Oh, yeah, I remember
he's doing
okay.
that. And then I got one is in track right now.
Okay.
You know, track meets all damn day. That takes a whole Saturday. You got to be
Bro,
there like 6 in the morning.
It's hot.
Yeah, it be hot. Oh man, I've been in the track meets where it was raining, but it's like it's an all day thing for the
Hell
people
yeah.
out there that got kids and track.
You gotta take lunch. You gotta eat.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. You gotta leave and go get lunch. You gotta eat. The kids still out there. It's hot.
Yeah.
Man, it's like sitting down all day. You get up with a white man ass.
Hell
Like,
yeah. It's the benches.
Yeah, the benches is hard, but yeah, man, it's just.
I wonder if
kid
they
stuff.
create little like cushions for those seats, bro. 'Cause
They do, but man, them things high.
High?
I tried to look for one in the academy, bro. Them things like $50-$60
hell no.
just to have ass comfort.
This is not a advertisement for Amazon, but you might need.
Nah, it ain't.
Yeah, you can get some
Nah,
Amazon stuff.
Amazon might have. it
Yeah,
cheaper.
you might.
But that's what I got going on, man. It's it's
How was the prom, man?
prom was dope. Unfortunately, I was a guy that didn't go to prom. You went to your prom?
Yeah, I was the
You
the
suck,
guy
but let me
that
get back. Yeah, no, I don't want to hear it.
You do.
can tell, yeah, you can tell it later. But nah, I did. So yeah, so I answered his question because I want to hear about yours. So his prom was dope. I didn't go to prom, so it's still things that I'm unfamiliar with or whatever.
Okay.
But it turned out dope, man.
Is this your first prom for all your kids right now?
No, so we got older daughters, three that had prom episodes. This is like the first one with a boy.
Oh,
Let me say that. The other ones was girls.
Now, okay, then I'm gonna get your opinion on that before I even get on my stuff. Anyway, like, how is that? Like, is it different for a boy than a girl? Is it more money or is it less money or is it more participation?
Nah. It's more money for the girls. And here I said, you girls are overrated. They don't take all that damn much money. Look at my face. But nah, man. So girls are more expensive. But boys can be expensive. But good thing is my son is like a carbon copy of me. He's just bigger. But girls are more expensive because like my daughter and them dresses might cost at least $300. And that's me being a broke dad. You know what I'm saying? It's some of them dads out there dropping 10 grand for a daughter dress for the night. And I'm just saying,
for a night.
Had that been me back in the day, you know what I'm saying? 10 grand for a dress, I like, God damn. That'll make a nigga like me be like, what's up under that dress? Then I'm banging your daughter. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna smash her. Nah. 10 grand. But yeah, girls are more expensive. But nah, my son, he was all right. We found him a nice Mandarin tux. If anybody noticed on the picture. See, I'm that dad.
I might have to go look at the pictures again. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was
Mandarin
sorry
tux.
that you was happy.
You know, I wore it on the first episode. My Mandarin
jacket,
that's a Mandarin suit jacket. Yeah, I like the Asian style. They pretty cool, distinguished.
Yeah.
As y'all see with my Morgan Freeman style I'm sitting right here. That's my Morgan Freeman leg cross. My hip is screaming. But nah, the prom was good. It was cool, man. Him and his girlfriend went there. They mom and them kind of paid for them to have like a night on the town. They had like a little. They mom and them. They was the chaperones, so I ain't had to do that. That was good.
Okay, that's new. Okay,
yeah, I was there in the beginning, but then when the prom start, I turned that over to they mom and them. I went back home, played PlayStation.
So so you're that type of parent where you know, regardless, I'm gonna chaperone you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes and no. Like, so I'm the person that I would go and take the pictures. Mm-hmm. You know, I go where y'all at taking the pictures. But once y'all off, y'all off. You know, so my daughters and them was different because if I remember it, sir, my daughters, they the type of they dates was they friends.
Okay.
Yeah, they ain't really take no dudes.
That's dope.
You know, my daughters like that. They kind of, you know, they easy, but they not easy. Mm-hmm. Forgive me, daughters. I'll explain that to you later. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so they took. Well, like one daughter she went by herself, met her girls up there, and then the other one just.
And I had partners that did that. I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, and then the girls, one of them, they kind of got their suits together. I mean, not the suits. They got dressed up together, and they went up there together. But my son, yeah, he met his girlfriend upon their car. They had a Tesla picked him up.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw it?
Yeah.
The wings was up in the air. Shout out.
Yeah.
They know who I'm talking about. Yeah. But yeah, the wings was up. My son didn't drive because I shit. If he would have drove, I'd been like, when did you learn how to drive? Boy, I didn't probably taught him this much, but yeah, they had a Tesla thing, picked him up, went to the prom. They went out to eat. It was so for me the experience of him going to prom. I kind of had the itinerary what they was gonna do, so that was kind of dope. I was mesmerized by the itinerary because they
actually had an itinerary.
Yeah. Again, his girlfriend, mama, and some other people did all that.
Okay.
They made it very easy for me. The only thing I had to do is just show up, look good, and pay money. I'm a person. I like to pay. I pay and get you to take care of that. How much is it gonna cost? Because I don't. That's all that brainstorming. Check mark. Yeah, then they went out. They went to prom, have a good whatever they do at their prom. I don't know how it was. Then they went out to eat. They went to Eddie V's. You ever been to Eddie V's?
Yeah, it's expensive for no reason.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the name, just like Ruth Chris.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's it.
I had to ask my son, like, damn, who picked Eddie V's?
Somebody.
I took my wife to Eddie V's. I was cross table looking at her like, you know damn well.
You know good.
I'm gonna fold you when we get home.
Just saying.
Man,
What else you buying?
steak was $80.
And
Steak?
no dessert, nigga. No,
No,
dessert.
it wasn't.
No.
It was good. I ain't gonna lie, the food was good.
It was good, yes, but for the good and the price, you know what I'm
Steak
saying?
was $80.
I
I asked that man, I say, what comes with that steak? Side orders was separate.
Yeah.
They were like $12 for a side order.
yeah, man.
Boy, I was like, I'm about to give you, boy, shit, you about to get this penitentiary. Boy, when we get home, boy, I was tough. But anyway, but yeah, my son went to Eddie V's after that. I was trying to figure out who came up with that idea.
Jeez Louise, man.
But yeah, they went there. So he said it was a good experience. It was simple. See, I'm glad my son's simple. I saw somebody on social media wanted their son went to prom. The nigga came out like he was Triple H. Okay, that's over the top. Why you got a Titantron for your son? You need all that? Like, I'm just saying. Like, you probably scared that ran the date off. A nigga had Titantron fireworks coming up.
I mean, but all right, talking about. I'm gonna apologize on that one. You know what I'm saying? If I had the funds, yeah, I probably would. You know what I'm saying?
So you had the funds. You cool.
I would do the same thing I do for the shows.
So you gonna turn into Vince McMahon for your son?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Only
No.
thing, yeah.
My son is simple. He ain't want all that. When we went to go get his suit, that lady pulled out some suit looked like something Flavor wear. He was like, nah. He was like, you got anything in black? I was like, there you go. Like, cause his date was green. So they pulled out all this money green. Then, yeah, she tried to hit him with a money green thing. See, again, my son like me, like, I don't need to be, my son ain't flashy at all. He like nice stuff, but he ain't flashy. He was like, nah. So we went with the black Mandarin suit. But yeah, some people be doing the most. I didn't seen it. Nigga had a Titantron. Like, you gotta have that when you come out. Like, for real. I saw one dude came out, he had like angel wings. And it came out like he was in Tyler Perry mood. Why? Nigga, you better smash something if you don't come out like that. Just saying.
So, okay. So then that creates a stipulation before we get into anything. Like, when it comes into prom, and, you know, it's always related to, yeah, you're supposed to get some. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when your parents are your parents, and, you know, whoever you're dating is whoever you're dating, it's almost like after you go to prom, you eat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's that. So, what was your talk to him, and, you know, or did he even have the room to go nowhere after that?
Yeah. I can tell you. So, just looking at the little notes. So, I'm glad you asked that question, because me and my son had a talk, and so I'm one of them people, like, I always tell my son, because I'm going to give y'all a little small story on what happened to me when I was younger. Wasn't prom. But no, I had gave my son a pep talk, because like I always explain to my son, I say, son, let me tell you this. Anytime you're doing anything with your lady and her parents around, sex don't even need to be on your mind. All right, and that's just me. Like, when you're around you could be older, spouse, parents, la. Take that back. I'm lying. I'm grown as hell right now. But as a kid and as a teenager, I'm 42 right now. Her mama, you can fuck around and hear the business in it. Nah, I'm just playing. But I did tell him, all jokes aside, I say, man, you still young. Because I say I messed up like that when I was younger. It's like I let my you know, that animal instinct get the best of me, and I end up getting caught in a situation. I share. But no, I told him, I say, look, her parents is gonna be chaperoning. Y'all gonna be out doing certain things. I say, man, you don't even need to have that on your mind. I say, I know that's the stigma and the cliche thought of, oh, prom night, I'm about to smash. I say, even if she try to present it to you, I say I wouldn't even take it, because I say her parents are chaperone. You don't know the extent they gonna be chaperone. They might come with y'all all the way to the prom. You know, they might come with y'all to the restaurant. You know, because at the same time, it's like, you got to figure out where the hell that's gonna happen at anyway.
I got correct.
Like, it ain't like y'all got a personal room, and I'm like, even if so, I don't think that they would have their own rooms, you know, without parents being there, because that's how we are until our kids grown. Like, if we somewhere and we got hotels, you know, the boy sleeping with me, the girl sleeping with me. So, but I basically just told him, like, man, nah, you don't gotta think about that tonight. Try to have fun, you know. Cause you're like, your mind will be so caught up on that where you're not even have fun. You're not even have fun. Like,
you already thinking about, you know,
the money I spent on the suit ain't in your head. The activities and the festivities not even on your mind. You trying to get to that monkey at the end of the night. And I'm like, nah, cause you know, it's kind of like you ain't never it's kind of like when you too impatient for anything, you gonna mess up. You gonna seem too obvious.
Okay.
You know, her old man was there, so I respect her because I say, man, I told him like this, Jay. I say, Jay, yeah, think about it. You are a man that is potentially gonna be responsible for his daughter. He gonna be analyzing everything about you. You know what I'm saying? Just to see your moves, what you say, how you are, is you stuck up under her. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be too clingy to him. He's like, damn, man, old boy's son, all up under my daughter. Nah, so I kind of laced him up just kind of to play it cool. So I asked him, I say, how'd it go? I kind of hit him with that Boys in the Hood like Trey Daddy did.
Yeah.
How'd it go? It was cool, Dad. I just sit back in the cut, let her dance with her friends. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, I say, so you didn't get out there and dance or nothing? He's like, well, they all, because her friends met up with her. It was kind of awkward because I say, her friends ain't had no date. He was like, nah, they all came. But she was the only one with a date. But he was like, they was cool, though. They didn't try to pull her away from him. So
okay. Because I'm about to say, like, that's always the issue.
Yeah. No, he said they embraced him. They called him out on the dance floor to dance with him and all that. I said, okay, look at you, boy. All right. But, but he was cool. I try to teach my son I try to teach him to control urges that come, I mean,
because that's a good life lesson, bro. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, come on. You know a dude you grew up with where that's always on his mind, smashing stuff. You like,
smash,
nigga, we go play?
Yeah. Like, the play for my back then in my prime was not for me. I'll get to me after this, but it was, you go ahead, you get your car, if you got a car. People,
damn, you
try
got a car?
to well, not baby. No, you know what I'm saying?
You got that suit on. You look like you had money.
Shit. Don't let the suit, prove you. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead.
I had a couple homeboys. I don't know where they got these cars from.
But it's funny. Like you said, when it comes to prom, you go ahead and see the people that you wouldn't expect to go ahead and either rent cars, go ahead and have some other
Dolphin Reynolds.
There you go. Dolphin Reynolds is a nice one right there. So then after they go ahead and have the car, you go to prom. And then after prom, you had some people leave early. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And there's something about Houston back then. People would go ahead and go to Galveston. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, it depends on who your parents were. My parents weren't going for that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we went to, normally you go to, like, go out to eat, and people go out to Galveston. Galveston comes with what? It's either, if you ain't going to that big turnaround, a hotel. You know what I'm saying? So, regardless, unfortunately, that didn't happen for me. You know what I'm saying?
You came up short that night.
Yeah. I was the person that I was supposed to go with somebody. I decided to go and be like, no.
Damn, you ditched the date?
I ditched the date, and I went with somebody else, and I should have.
Oh, you ditched the date, then you went with another person?
Yeah, man.
Boy, you...
And I shouldn't have. And I still, regret it to this day. She was what is that, underclassman, and then she was a cheerleader.
So that's the one you ditched.
That was the person I went with.
So you went with the young.
I ditched the person I was dating off and on with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
To go ahead and accept it, like, nah, I ain't gonna go. Nah, I don't want to go. And then I end up taking her. And then I took her. You know what I mean? Yeah. And she was just awkward, bro. She was just awkward because it's almost like her head was so pumped up. Like, she, like, all right, you're an underclassman at seniors when your prom is next year. You know what I'm saying?
So her head was like that, like in a conceited way, like, look at me.
Yeah. So then, with me seeing it and my partner seeing it and everything else.
Who did this bitch think she is?
Yeah, a year ago. So it's almost like, shit, you need to drop this bitch off. Like,
she cramping our style.
Yeah. So instead, I went from there to, my parents didn't provide me with the funds. You know what I'm saying? I had those type of parents. So where do you think I went? Because I was working. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was working at Ocean's, if you remember that store back then.
Yeah, I remember Ocean's. Yeah, that's a big ass store.
Big ass store that had everything. That was the Walmart.
One-stop shop.
Yeah.
School uniforms.
I was making, had Shaqs, Sean John, and yeah, man. And from whatever I was making, I used that money and we went to IHOP. You know what I'm saying?
IHOP ain't bad.
It ain't bad. Yeah. But still, after
but you got a young chick, so you had a YN back in the day. Boy, you was Shannon Sharp going like that. But she just an underclassman. I'm pretty sure she wasn't no damn 40, 50, 30 year gap.
Nah, it wasn't that bad.
Still kind of young, though. Them young ones still got that.
Correct.
So she wasn't happy with the IHOP?
No. Then after that, it's almost like since her mood was so like, I was like, nah, my partner's like, let's go together. And I'm like, I'm looking at my phone getting blown up by my parents. Like, I don't think you going.
Where the hell you at? My car? You was in your parents' car?
So that's what makes the situation even worse. Because it's like, I was like, okay, well, it's a good night. You know what I'm saying? And then that was the end of my night. You know what I'm saying? But then I got, my stepson. I see he didn't even go to prom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like everybody should still go to get the experience.
Yeah.
But then, I didn't get the full, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm about to smash on this day. I didn't get that experience, bro. That was not me.
Pops is on the line. You better bring my the gas better be where I had it too. Did they know that you had the car?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say, if you would have took that car.
Yeah, PT Cruiser.
Cruise. Oh, they was popping at that time. I remember. Man. PT Cruiser was jumping at that time. But damn, man. I'm just saying. So you had a little young chick. She thought she was supposed to get that 5-star treatment.
Yeah.
And you took her to prom on a budget. Hey, but I ain't mad at you, man. That ungrateful heifer got what she deserved.
Because I know she still remembers to this day.
Yeah, I know.
You look at somebody on Facebook, but they don't say nothing.
Yeah, they ain't gonna say nothing. You scarred her. But and that's the ones that hurt the worst when somebody when something goes on like that and you kind of low key looking for them to say something, but they don't. And you like, damn, it was that bad. She don't want to say no more words.
You want to say hi?
Nothing.
Yeah. All right. Guess not.
I had a sex episode that was like that. That bitch ain't taking me back at all. It must have been. I'm sorry. I apologize, but yeah, she ain't hit me back at all.
No, yeah. And you gotta think of social media. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, social media wasn't jumping then.
Oh yeah. Well, it was, but it wasn't jumping. You know what I'm saying? You had Black Planet. You had MySpace, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
See, I know. I probably got TV brownie forehead right now. That was funny. That boy said he had to cut his shout. So, was you able to take her back to her house? You dropped her off where she needed to be?
Yeah, I dropped her off. Okay. Man. That's about it.
But you didn't get we're going to go old school. You didn't get no trim that night.
Nah, not none, bro. None. You know what I'm saying? Went back to the house, man. You know, go to school the next day.
Did you find out information on the date that you curbed for this person?
Yeah. Now, long story short, you know what I'm saying? That's my ex-wife. You know, What? So yeah, that became my ex-wife in the future. So
okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes, I curved her.
Oh.
And then we talked, and then after
talked it out.
Yeah, talked it out.
Shout out to ex-wife.
Yeah,
you a real one.
Yeah, man.
Shout out. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're on the streets, bro. Right.
At any moment, she could have just held a pillow over your head at any given time for that.
Like, I remember.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's terrible, bro.
Damn.
Man. Well, on a lighter note, man, you know what I'm saying? 420 fell on Easter this year.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Fell on Easter.
I decided to go ahead and be proactive and decided to go ahead and do it on the Saturday.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? And I would say it had its ups and its downs because, if I was going to do it on Easter, a lot of people like to go to church and then, regardless that you're going to get high or not, you know what I'm saying? You still got to go to work tomorrow. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So I said, nah, I ain't going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
People still would have been in the clouds with Jesus.
Heck yeah.
To work.
No boo. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, man, all right, well, I'm here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Where the bread and the wine. Hungry. Yeah. I did notice that, one step I'll go ahead and say, now I see how hard it is for comedians. You know what I'm saying? Some comedians cannot last 5 minutes. They just don't have the push for the 5-minute mark. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You got to look at Def Comedy Jam. And Def Comedy Jam, they really only had 5 to 7 minutes to, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. You got to come out there with an impact. And what a lot of people don't know, too, the footage that you see on Def Comedy Jam is the footage that they decided that was good.
Use, yeah.
People showed up every night you know what I'm saying, repeatedly to
Yeah.
get certain things. It's just what makes the TV cut is what you see.
Correct.
Like, it's a lot of people talks about that, from Chris Tucker, Mike Epps, the
Bernie
Tories,
Mac.
Bernie Mac.
Because the reason why he came out and said, I ain't afraid of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because the person before that got booed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they didn't put that footage on.
Nah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then you like, look at the show. You know what I'm saying? Look at the 420 show. It's almost like, I don't want to put no names out there, but when it's very quiet, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got to engage with the audience, but then it's harder to engage with an audience that's drunk than high.
Yeah.
And then, you know, then if you high, then drunk, it's almost like, all right, when you are kind of closer to the openers, you have to go ahead and get the audience going. Get the audience going.
You like
know
set
what
the
I'm
tone, basically.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you know, if you don't capture them in the 2-minute mark, you almost losing it.
Yeah,
You know
and then, you know, like some of the greats, and I remember this was taught me too, that like if you don't capture them in off the rip, and you start to see yourself drowning, you got two things to do. You can go ahead, just cut it short and get up out of there, or now it's time to go to your A game stuff. It's time to go get your go-to and throw that out there to see if you can get that, because that at least give you the opportunity to end on a good note. But I'm gonna hit them with one of my, you know, but some people don't. Some people get up there, you gonna hear this story. You know, you gonna listen to me tell you this story on how the Mexican, the white man, and the black man walked into the bar. You gonna get it. But
all right.
some people try to force it. Man, for the most part, I don't. I'm one of the people, like, if I catch myself drowning, I just go ahead and just deal with it, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then I just try to wrap it up in some sort. Like, at least wrap it up on a good note, or wrap it up on a positive note, or, I don't know, just wrap it up on, fuck y'all, I'm out. I don't know.
Yeah, something, you know what I'm saying?
but-
I had a lot of people at least give me that criticism, saying like, they liked when you came on as a host. They want to hear more of you.
Yeah.
But then it's because of
Oh, that DJ.
that's another thing. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta have
you have to have a good DJ in between sets.
A DJ, to me, and let's say, like I say, we don't, just in general, this is DJs in general, not just particular 420. A DJ, I told someone, I say the DJ gotta understand that he needs to think like he's the ref.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, a UFC ref. Case in point, you gotta look at the comedians that's up there as if they are the fighters. You gotta know when I'm getting choked out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was some of the issues at the 420 thing, where people out there in the chokehold, and the referee just letting it go on. Like, I'm gonna see him go to sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you
can't. If it says R&B, why are you playing techno?
I don't know.
Why are you playing dance music?
Yeah, and see, the referee, and let me backtrack. Let's say, for instance, and he's a referee, but also the host is sort of a referee, but sort of not a kind of, because, again, reason why I say he's more of a referee, because you are setting the tone, you are calling the rules, because, you know, if I'm giving the light and you see it, because he's facing me, play something, get him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta make that shot.
B King, you play some Jodeci, you can play anything.
I had a playlist that was ready,
and that was funny, because it's almost like no matter how much we tried to talk to him, it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? He acted like he was new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was like some amateur stuff going on right there.
That's one thing I go ahead and say. Another thing I go ahead and say is, before we get into the major top topics, is R&B is a genre that me and you like, but it's a harder audience, because it's almost like it's built for older people, right? And when it comes into older people, we want to hear R&B music, but we want to hear stuff that we remember. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So say, for example, I start just loo, just start singing. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's not how it sounds. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact of, you don't know they song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to actually sing something that people know. Sing a Music Soul Child song.
Yeah.
Sing some Jill Scott. Sing something that we know.
Yeah.
Because, we don't know you as an artist, but you want us to listen to your music. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Rap is different from R&B. Rap, yes, you get way more engaged because people have to listen to your lyrics and listen to who you are as the crowd work. R&B, yeah, you can have crowd work all day, but it's almost like we don't want to hear that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
and I would say, me personally, I would say they got some young people that can dig R&B, but yeah, for the majority, older people would dig R&B simply because it's less tension. As an older person, you don't be wanting nobody to come in there and throw out no trap music or no rap music. That's too much movement. As you get a certain age, you ain't trying to move like that anyway. And at a 420 thing, because everybody's high.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
can you imagine at a 420 thing, you high as hell trying to
Waka
get
Flocka?
down on some Waka Flocka, or not even that, just some pit bull. Like,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because your whole tempo is off. When you really really high, your equilibrium is fucked up because you might think you moving fast, but you're not. But
Right, okay.
when it comes to R&B, like if like it just for say for instance, if I was a DJ for R&B and if I was at I would treat my DJing at a spot like a concert. Most people might agree with this. When you go to a concert, we want to hear what we know.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was my takeaway from it. Like, the DJ played stuff that people know. All right, you already had the genre R&B. Play R&B that people know. Even if you was the singer, if you are the artist, sing what people know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think somebody spent their hard-earned money to come and wine and dine, had a good time. You all of a sudden want to start dropping your mixtape or you want to drop your new content. We don't know it. Say
All
that
of a
for the
sudden.
streaming. But I'm just trying to figure out now, when it comes to R&B, this is what I'm saying. Who do not know R&B? Who can you find that don't know some type of R&B song?
It's impossible.
Rap might be, I tell people this all the time, rap might be more popular, but R&B it's like it's like everybody likes R&B. You know what I'm saying? Like, R&B is more liked by more varieties of people than rap because, you know what I'm saying, you'll find, like I say, rap more popular, but you'll always sometimes find some people, like me, I'm one of them, like sometimes I say like, yeah, I don't really listen to rap too.
Mm-hmm. But that's the same thing when you got people that like soft rock more than they like rock. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of just like
you
that.
go with Limp Bizkit, but then you got people that like John Mayer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's
that's
like,
my boy.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that can be played throughout.
Yeah, it's almost universal damn near. Because you can actually play a dope R&B hit at a rap concert if you play it right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or at the same time, that's why people like you have the Drakes and the Ja Rules are more favorable. People think they really are favorable because they like, oh, them niggas is cold. Nah,
but it's that they know how to.
It's like they mood setters, they vibe setters. Like you throw some damn
bling.
You know what I'm saying? You throw some Ja Rule and Ashanti on, and little kids vibe to that. Old people vibe to that. Middle class vibe to that.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like you can find R&B everywhere. You can find R&B in rock. You can find R&B in rap. But I don't know where the hell he was finding it at. That nigga.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Regardless, to get to the main one, man. To me, about the 420 show is gonna be Gatekeepers, bro. Like, I would say the main topic I will go ahead and say is I don't understand the industry and why it's that way with music, politics, religion, jobs, gatekeepers. So the reason I go with this is I'm gonna go with this topic and then so we can move on is so I booked, a DJ, right? Yeah. And the midst of booking a DJ is almost like I have to put it on blast based off the fact of, if I was doing something wrong, I would expect somebody to talk about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm short. Yeah, I wear suits. I got a beard. You know what I'm saying? That's about most people don't know about me other than, it's cannabis everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But
it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. But the DJ I went ahead and tried to go ahead and hire was EXO. All right? He decides to go ahead and put out music. And I'm like, okay, well, it was recommended from somebody else.
Yeah.
All right? So that he asked for a certain amount. This is on the air. Asked for $2,500.
Damn.
Right.
It cost that much to spin records?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Do they still spin records? How do they play music? Okay, all right, continue.
Laptop.
Yeah.
So what the funny thing about this was, the first conversation came down to he was supposed to go ahead and perform.
Mm-hmm.
So then this is me just talking to him.
Yeah.
So this is the difference from gatekeepers. All right, if I'm talking to you, right,
Yeah.
and you say, hey man, this is how much it's gonna cost me to go ahead and come.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm going with it, right?
Yeah.
When you change the aspect of it, because
ju-
now,
just-
because
you
now
mean-
you want me to talk to your manager.
So you went from you so it went from you talking directly to the source, and now he want to throw in a middleman.
Correct. So now the middleman saying like, hey, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
It got to be way more than that. You know what I'm saying? And at first I was fine with it, but then what I asked for, you know what I'm saying? I sent contracts. This is a PSA for everybody that's in any type of like industry, like music, comedians, anything. Contracts, paperwork is the way to go. But sent it.
Question.
Go ahead.
Okay, the first amount that was discussed,
Mm-hmm.
and then it changed, but your requirements from him didn't change.
Correct. Didn't change. So the only thing what was is, hey, post. I just need you to post.
Yeah, you just
give
wanna-
me something to
you
say.
just
that
want
you
a little
actually-
advertisement.
That's it. So weeks in, go. We're talking about three weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's a long time.
I don't like not being able to market and advertise.
Yeah.
And knowing this, it went so long. I hate doing that. It's almost like don't boy crowds with me. So what I started doing is I reached out. Everybody's be on their phone. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
And knowing this, I reach out and I say like, hey, we have this date. If you can't do this, I don't want to do it anymore. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it gets all the way to this date, right?
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, I say, I don't want to do it anymore. They're like, well, you're not getting your money back.
What?
I'm like, okay, why? I said, why you didn't want to sign a contract? Why am I not getting my money back? And then, the whole thing because it became messy based off of saying like, hey, well, why? They were telling me that that's a deposit. But a deposit for what? What did you do? You know what I'm saying? And that's where the problem became. So when they started seeing the fact of like, okay, well, hey,
So
I don't like how this is
Damn.
going.
yeah.
Let me see what I can go ahead and do. Now they decide to change it up. They change out the narrative and say like, hey, what we're gonna go ahead and do is we can do something for the amount you've given. That's fine, but what?
Yeah.
Because all right, the difference from this artist, his name is DJ EXO, is if you saw him in the crowd, you wouldn't know who he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like how 42 Doug is like that. People don't know who he looks like.
I don't even know who he is.
It took a while for me to go ahead and know who is DJ Chose. DJ Chose, the reason why they go ahead and say, I think that looked like DJ Chose because people don't know their face.
Yeah.
And when it comes into, him, I'm like, okay, well, I can't say, well, hey, I want him to do like a walkthrough. For what? Because then he'll look like a regular person. You know what I'm saying? Walkthrough is when you pay an artist just to come sit at your club. You know what I'm saying? You pay Lil Wayne
But damn, 202
for that. I was like, bro, I'm not doing that. So instead, I said, okay, you know what? Since you're not performing, can you at least DJ? They said, okay.
Yeah.
So then it goes from it being okay, I sent another contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't want to sign that because the contract says I need you to go ahead and be at 2 places. You're telling me for $2,500,
Yeah.
you can't go ahead and DJ at just two places for 3 hours. He said no. So the man, his management said no. Since the management said no, the next topic became this: we can only do 1 place and we can only do 2 hours. At this point, this is a gatekeeper moment because it's like I'm a small business. Why? If you're a rapper and you supposed to go ahead and be a producer for all big names, Finesse, two times, you got, he's done different beats for people. He has his own music.
Yeah.
So this amount you go ahead and have, you got it on your chain and you got different type of cars.
Yeah.
Either why you can't give the money back or why you're telling me like you can only DJ for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Fine. It made me buckle. But what I went ahead and did, I said, all right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Still asked him to go ahead and advertise. No advertisement, no post, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So then I go ahead and get a message, you know what I'm saying, that, somebody else, the owner from the club, promoter puts out a advertisement flyer that says live performance from Brian Angel, live performance from EXO. They finally reach out to me and say, "Who said he performing?" I said, "What?" So the person that's the promoter is a bigger promoter down in Houston. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, you know he's not performing. He was like, well, you need to fix that. You need to fix. I said, how am I gonna control somebody else putting out a flyer?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the problem with trying to tell somebody like, hey, take down a flyer or fix it, did he fix it? No. But regardless, I'm telling them like that don't have nothing to do with me. You know what I'm paying them for. That's it. Sign the contract, that's it. Instead, you know where it goes to? All right, we'll be there. What time you need us to be there? I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Damn.
I'm thinking that's going to be it. This is 2 days prior. On the day of 420, right?
Yeah.
I get a text that says, hey, we need a section and we need 2 bottles. That's normally $1,000 or $1,500. So, you know, we need 2 bottles and we need a section. We saw the place. He could have just sat there for free.
Yeah, it was.
Why am I paying $1,000?
They probably would have gave him a bottle since he showed up. You know, most celebrities. I think this weird, but they do it.
And
people
you know
with the money get free shit.
The reason why clubs, lounges, and bars go ahead and give the artist or whoever it is, somebody that's famous, a free something because it's more promotion with it. You know what I'm saying? It's more promotion with, all right, so Lil Wayne here, bring 2 Dons because you know why? You can afford that waste.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if he drinking, everybody else going to start drinking because they feel like, okay, the only problem, you know, back in the day, you know, back with Luke in the 2 Live Crew and everything else, you know what I'm saying? That's when, hey, shots for everybody.
Yeah.
They don't do that no more.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? But still, for the consumer going to a club, we feel that way. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, they tell me that, I'm like, I'm not doing it, man. I'm not.
They even gave you the price of it.
Yeah.
If you want to know how much it's going to run in about 15
and talking about that's a requirement.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like, just because I got on suits, you know what I'm saying? Just because I talk
They
a certain
do look
way.
expensive.
Yeah. But that don't mean you want me to go ahead and spend an arm and a leg. And then it's like,
that's on top of the deposit.
Thank you.
Damn.
So what it is, you know the reason why it's not a deposit? Because you didn't sign a contract.
Oh, yeah.
So how's it a deposit if you don't sign nothing? Then on top of they don't sign nothing, you still want some more. And then the day on the show, the motherfucker don't show up.
Don't show up.
It's like, why?
Why do we have these? I mean, you know, it's even worse to see our people do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's our people, man, and this is one of the facts that I gotta just like us as people, and I'm talking about black folks, because one of the things that black folks like to do, black folks like to keep putting out the hurt, pain, and turmoil that everybody brings upon them, but then sometimes we don't look at the stuff we do to others, and then we say we do it in the name of, because if you break it down and get deep into why people doing that, they'll say, well, shit, it was done to me, or they just feel like, hey, bro, I gotta get it, and I'm like, well, damn, why are we getting it by crab in the bucket, or we get it by just stepping over and destroying other people. And I'm just like, why? At what cost? Because this is the only thing I took out of everything. At the end of the day, if the nigga was still communicating up until, I have no point I heard them even say, look, we got to go this route because we got other stuff going on. You get what I'm saying? So it just makes me think like, nigga, I'm one of them people, and I'm like this sometime in the comedy game. If I really ain't got nothing else going on any damn way.
Thank you. You know the cool thing about it, bro? Like, he ended up going ahead and advertising the show the next day for something that was 420. And I'm like, but you didn't have nothing on Saturday, so why you didn't
Or you could have just said no. I'm trying to figure out at the rip before it even got to the transpiring. You could have just said no, and we could have just avoided that. But see, that's what I mean. Like, that crab in the bucket stems off of being opportunists, because a lot of people jump into shit that they don't even want to be a part of. Really, they just thinking like, oh, this is a quick grab. It's just
Mm-hmm.
no difference. And I always say this is the same concept that niggas have when you just see a piece of pussy that you want, and then you end up with you get what you get. Then now you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you could have just said no. Like that's what I'm trying. I'm just thinking because
And the older I got now, you know what I'm saying, and what the military has taught me is like you don't seek revenge just because I can go ahead and fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because I can go ahead
and
crush
military,
your
like, martial art.
esophagus or whatnot. Why am I going to go ahead and go that extra mile when I'm too old now? Because it's like now it's at the point where like if I did something in the street, it would have came back.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like that's retaliation based off of why are you doing this to me? But then vice versa, if anything happens, vice versa, it's almost like why? You know what I'm saying? Because it's you telling me, I know we're how would we go ahead and say we're middle class. You know what I'm saying? So $2,000 is a lot to us.
That's a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, that's a lot to upper class.
Yeah,
I hear rich people talking about that. Like they wanted me to spend $1,000, and I'm like, bitch, you got millions, but 1,000 it ain't easy to come by.
It's not easy to come by, but
Shit.
if you are making what you are making, why not do the right thing?
That takes me back to, it just shows you, it's the smoke and mirrors. People that you think is on or not on, people that you think is popping, not popping. You might have moments. I learned, see how you learned that from the military? The dope gang taught me that.
Yes, it is here.
You see niggas that when they up, but nigga, you not telling me you got to take that bread and re-up it. So nigga, when you re-up and you get your supplies, you back broke till you flip that shit. So what I'm saying is that if you gave us the illusion that this is how you roll, I sent you the bread, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to be 100.
Correct.
So
correct.
You could have been 100 on denial. No, nigga. Like
I don't.
It's fair to tell a nigga, and I'm like this. It's acceptable to just tell somebody straight up, bro. I kind of don't know you, so I'm gonna say no.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I would have been
Once
cool
I
with
investigate a little bit more what you got and what you doing, I come back around for another event. That's how I probably would see it. I kind of told someone that kind of sort of just like, I don't think I'm the best dude for you to try to build your traffic on. You know, they wanted comedian just to trying to get people in here. I'm being honest, nigga. I'm not the guy. I ain't nobody not. Like, nah, I'll be a part of it, but if you trying to find a catch, that's not it.
not
So
it.
it's like it just takes me back to him. So it's like, so me coming to you as a businessman for potential work, and I'm paying you for what I need you to do, but you just saw me as a catch. Like, I'm gonna get the little bread off the little dude. Like, seriously?
And then that's sad.
And then that's
it's
it.
always, you know what I mean? It's always minorities that do that. Well, I'll just say just people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I see it more with minorities. And that's the reason why I said, like, you know, that is the major topic right now. Is to me, it's like that is a gatekeeper based off of if you know you have pull in a certain type of, I'm reaching out to you because I want your potential on something. It's almost like instead, just because I'm not a big name or whatnot, you know, you down talk or you want to go ahead belittle.
They undermine you because they figure, you figure like, because it gives you the question, like, if I was a big name, like, say for instance, nigga, if I was Slim Thug asking you to come DJ, would you hold him like that? You probably wouldn't even charge Slim Thug. See, that's the part that gets me. I be still stuck on.
That's
like,
crazy,
if I was Zero reaching out to you, you probably did it for free. You don't really know me, obviously from the vibe. You ain't never really heard, you don't trust me. So I'm the person that you want to, let me use old school word, you want to gank me? You get me? Why? Like, you doing this as if you heard some shit janky about me. I heard of this little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's what the dynamic I take it when people decide to do hoe shit. I'm like, what triggered you to do hoe shit, or is it just in you? Because see, I'm the person.
Yeah, or is it just in you?
Yeah,
you know
see, that's why I forget it. I put that out there. My vibe ain't gonna be like we got tension. No, he's just a hoe ass nigga. Because I know I keep it real. Like,
but
how
you got
many
examples though?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you saying he a hoe ass nigga, or you just saying that's a man, that nigga a hoe.
Yeah.
Regardless, you got an example from that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, I got something to back that up and show that. Like, Because it's like you be one of the ones dropping the post on how you 100 or just find a nice meme. You know how niggas will find a meme. I just hate hoe ass niggas that don't stand on business. And I'm like, nigga, you just what? Stop finding shit that makes your ignorant ass seem not ignorant. Like, come on, man. Anybody can go find something to drop and try to get people to think that you 100. You're not.
Correct.
But I like you say, I just don't understand why we do that on this level. Because like people say, bro, when you up there really at the top level, you ain't got time to mess over nobody for shit. You either gonna tell them yes or no.
There you go. That's why I said, like, gatekeepers is a big thing, because it's like, all right, if you telling me a door is all I need to, why don't people go ahead and tell you, like, hey, this is how you get to the door?
Oh, no,
you know what I'm saying? I remember when I was teaching, welding, I would always tell my students, like, hey, apply over here. I worked over here.
Yeah.
You don't see teachers do that, because it's almost like they got a gatekeep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you got partners that go ahead and get the great job. You know what I'm saying? And they don't tell other people because they don't want nobody to mess it up. Because you're going to get people to mess it up. But one apple don't spoil the whole bunch.
But you know what it is, though? It ain't even so much of that. A lot of people just don't want to see somebody close to them or where they from on that level. Like, meaning, like, it ain't so much of and that's like how the comedians are. Like, it's some comedians literally they wouldn't tell you about nothing because they feel like you might come along and outshine me.
Or steal it.
Yeah, or steal it. Or, like I say, it's some people generally just don't want nobody in that same basket with them. Like, nigga, I done showed up to, like, some open mics, and niggas' nose turned up, like, why that nigga here?
Why he here?
And I'm like...
Don't he got a show?
Yeah. Not even that. Just why he here? Like, I don't even want these many niggas here. It's almost like, it's kind of like, you want to ask them, like, oh, you just wanted a long time, nigga? But it's just some people don't want your energy there because they might feel like, I don't like how they was over there talking to him. Because, you have a different vibes. But it's just, that's how comedy is. Nigga, you could hit somebody up about just anything. You could ask somebody, hey, what do you think I need to work on? They don't even want to help you.
That's
nigga,
correct.
I don't want to share that with you.
And I think that's the bad thing about that is almost like... the world shouldn't be like a Jordan plug. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, well, man, where'd you get your kicks from? Man, I can't tell you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just how it is.
And it's like, the world shouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't do that when it comes into the church.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes into church, like, man, like, you seem like you really knowledgeable about the Bible. What church you go to?
Yeah.
You will say. But when it comes into... anything else, you're like, okay,
you wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that. Nah. Some people go here like, hey, bro, where you get your locks from? Man,
it's a better example.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? It's the items that people feel like set their image, give them an image where they don't want to give you that because they feel like you gonna steal their image or some shit. Like, nigga, like prime example, and y'all know I am a guy. I have rocked almost every hairstyle since you know me, damn near.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I tell people in a minute, I kind of don't care because I'm going to make it my own anyway. It doesn't matter. But I just never understood why people just.
I mean, it's just us as people. It's us as people, and then on top of us as people, it's the same thing. Like, all right, this was something I would go ahead and say. It is a gatekeeper moment, but when it comes into African Americans, you know what I'm saying? We don't want certain races to say the N-word, right? Mm-hmm. But then I started noticing that last year. I guess I never noticed it, you know what I'm saying? I never noticed it when I was in the military. I never noticed it at all. Yeah. But last year, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been out of the military for a long time now. So, but last year I started noticing black people use the nigga word as a gatekeeping word because certain blacks be like, Hispanics can't say that, or that Asian can't say that, but it's like, okay, I thought it was just a white thing. I thought you just don't want whites to say it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I started noticing certain black people feel like I don't want him to say that. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like, what is your thoughts on that? Because then it's that same hand, like you got some whites that been around the hood, but they still can't say it. But you have certain Asians or certain Hispanics, they're still a minority. You know what I'm saying? And in in history, there's still same thing where the word is still a nigga. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So why do you believe other race feel like nah, you can't say that? You know what I'm saying? What is your thoughts on it?
You saying like why other races feel like they can't say it, or why blacks don't want other races to say it?
Yeah, like why do you think other? I mean, mostly blacks go ahead and feel they don't want any other race to go ahead and say it. I understand, the Caucasians.
Yeah, no, I get it. Now, I, me personally, I feel like with, I think it's kind of ignorant, redundant, because people got to understand. I saw somebody post this. I think it was Lil Duval. Shout out. Lil Duval had a great point. If you didn't had, whether they white, Mexican, or Asians, grow up around you in your environment, what you think they gonna be saying? Now here's the thing, and I gotta be honest. My daughter kind of put me up on this, and it changed. When she did this, it kind of changed me. My daughter was cussing one day because I was playing a game cussing. I'm like, fuck, Madden, some shit. No, it wasn't Madden. Take that back. It was this other game. She was yelling out what I was yelling at. I say, Shiara, stop cussing. She say, no. I was like, Shiara, stop. You can't say that. If you can say it, I can say it. So what I'm saying is, at some point, if you really want it to stop, you stop.
Thank you.
Because all I'm saying is, you cannot keep slapping the shit out of somebody and then turn back around and keep preaching on how it's not good to hit people. Keep your hands to yourself. Because it's the same thing with my kid. Like, I catch my daughters from time to time popping they toys, playing. Stop, don't do that. And it disturbs you. But then at the same time, you're like, well, what do you do when you get angry? You pop them. Not saying don't chastise them. And I'm not saying that would fix racism. But what I'm saying is black people really worried about racism, or you just really worried about a certain word? Because
I think it's just a certain word, man.
no, I know that was rhetorical. I know it's a certain word. But what I'm saying is black folks will put out more energy for somebody saying the nigga word, but then turn around and sometimes you would accept other shit that's racism out here that you don't even pay attention to. Like just generally, just look into like just insurance, for example. White folks' insurance sometimes be cheaper just because they white. People don't know that. Just look into it. As an African American, go file. Just try to get some auto insurance or something like that. It not on, but it asks you, but you don't think that it's a real thing until you just look into it. I'm talking about like if you can find a white person and ask how much you paying for XYZ. And they might come out and tell you, like because in some instance, people gotta understand, it's a lot of poor white folks out here. All the motherfuckers ain't rich. So you gotta ask yourself, how can trailer trash stay afloat, but I'm struggling? Because y'all making the same money, but in certain things, it's underlying racist things in place for them that you wouldn't even pitch a fit about.
Thank you.
You wouldn't say nothing about, but a word is bothering you. All I'm saying is, we know where the word steal from. Are you still a nigga? Do you act like a nigga? Okay?
So why does it offend you?
Why does it offend you? In some cases, and I'm just being honest, and people got to do the statistics. The N-word from other races is being used more in a recreational way than it's used in racism anyway. Most racist people ain't gonna really come out and say the shit until you really provoke them. Them the scariest motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A real racist person don't expose himself.
No.
But I done seen people just, you rocking with your boy for 15, 20 years, not even your boy, but somebody will say, nigga, like, man, that nigga don't know what he talking about. He's talking about his other Spanish guy. Why would I get mad at that? I'ma laugh. Because I'm like, Trump act like a nigga. You can't tell me you don't want to call him a nigga. You say it to your TV.
Yo. This
People,
nigga here.
but some people just want to be a part of something. Like, meaning like.
It's a cult following almost.
Yeah, it is. And that's what I mean. You just want to be a part of the trend of people getting mad at the nigga word. It's almost like, dog, how would you get past something if you stuck right there on the nigga word? Like, I want to know the real racist shit. I don't even think about that. What I think about when it comes to racism is why is still such a big gap between our wages and them. That's the part I care. Fuck that nigga word.
But in the same hand, it's almost like I've been around a different crowd, and say I'm around the crowd real quick, and as I'm at doing the crowd whatnot, and I have my Hispanic partner, I have a couple blacks and everything else, and why I have this whole genre whatnot of going on, and you got music playing, and say Kendrick Lamar song comes on, you know what I'm saying? They say nigga, you know what I'm saying? If the Hispanic person says nigga, I've had a conversation afterward with somebody, and they're saying like, I don't really like how you say nigga. Why is he saying it? Why? But it's like, what's the what?
But it's in the song.
It's in the song. Or even if he's saying like, man, nigga, please, or man, my nigga, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
it's almost like regardless, you also got to remember that the hood is the hood. It doesn't say, it specifies like the hood is only for black people.
Yep.
It doesn't say
exactly.
that. You know what I'm saying?
And why
it's
would
like,
you want it to be only for black people? Think about that.
You know what I mean? Regardless, certain words or certain slang is almost mentored up bringing based off of where we at. You know what I mean? So you know, it's sad because it's in the same hand. We shouldn't gatekeep that word. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we shouldn't. I don't, and I honestly never liked it how black folks kind of made the word their own word, because I feel like making it your word where you feel like it's yours or it's ours in this sense, kind of, it's no difference between in like if all of a sudden, you know, if they call black folks, let's just say if it's black folks we was called bitches just only, like all black women was just bitches, and to a degree we was, that's a female dog, right? And then all of a sudden we just be like, oh, we can call I can call her a bitch. Like, why would you why would you want to say, oh, we can say it? No, like,
no, that's a good example.
I don't say it because it's only for us. Like, I don't do things because it's only black. That's just like saying, yo, you gotta only eat that because it's black people food. The fuck? Like, come on now. Like, no, like, there's no way you can get rid of the word. No. But all I'm saying is, if you and this is, I tell my sons this when they be saying it, because I remember they mom and them kind of asked me about the word, and I say, well, why is that word? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you supposed to just blurt out words in any environment. I teach them, like, when we in a certain environment, stop just yelling out shit.
Correct.
You know, same thing you teach somebody when you're indoors, lower your voice.
Correct.
So when we in certain environments, don't be just throwing the word nigga out there, because, you know,
you don't know who you're around.
Exactly.
And you don't know who might be listening.
But what I'm saying is, if the word mean that much and it's that hurtful, it's like, and this one thing I never understood. They take the word cap. Remember back in the day we was cap. I bust a cap in your ass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get cap. Now cap mean lying.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, for a word that has done so much fucking damage, why haven't? And I'm not saying this will fix racism. Why the word still mean the same thing anyway?
That's true.
Like, you could change. We got so much in this world that we change and we make it what we want to make it. And we won't change certain things. Like, nigga, you could change it. It's just like when people be like, oh man, we can't fix poverty. Yeah, you can.
Yes, we can.
You don't want to. That's what most of the shit in this world. You motherfuckers found a way to go out in space. You found a way to GPS track. Like, while I'm driving, this motherfucker, look what the GPS teaches you. It shows you you could just change it. It's gonna take, everything takes time. You got to get used to it.
Man, they put more money in to go ahead and trying to figure out if convicts have drugs in their system.
See what I'm saying?
Now, you know, it's a patch now.
No,
it's a patch.
Let me go further. They're gonna start where they drug testing people for food stamps.
See, you want to do that, but then you can't go ahead somebody lose their job.
And so you got to also say, when they may say, Jay, what do you mean? What does that got to do with anything? So where the money coming from for that? Funding it. You could put towards the energy and money towards anything that needs to be changed for whatever particular time. If you choose to do it, we don't. Like, it's just the same thing. Like, I be listening on the news. Oh man, affordable housing is high. Drop the fucking prices. You could just do it with a push of a button now. How much that house? $450,000. Let's make it $300,000.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like, it is still balanced out, because if you do it on a big enough scale, let's just say, for instance, like, if the average rich person makes some odd money dollars and this person make some odd dollars, we all still making, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if minimum wage is this amount of money versus the cost of living, and if the cost of living of a rich person versus their money is that way, if we still drop it on an even scale across the board, we all are still be in the same place.
Correct.
So meaning, like, if you got $10,000, and I hope I ain't butchering this, if you got $10 million, all right, and I got $1 million, if everybody get dropped 1%, we still
We
you see what I'm saying?
breaking some type of margin.
Yeah,
you know
we
what I'm saying?
breaking the margin where it's like, or if, say for instance, if in the case, if you just give the lower class people a little bump in the raise, it's not gonna hurt motherfuckers that's making $10 million. That's gonna help them out. Nigga, I got more money to spend on your shit. Like, you want me to keep buying your product, but I'm broke. I'm not going to buy your product. What I'm going to do is beat your ass up and take it now. Because I'm broke. But if you try to put a little bit more money into certain things, not saying just give them free money, but just tell them, hey, bro, that work you doing busting that concrete is not $12 no more. We just made it $17. I'm going to be happy. That's motivational.
Correct, because, not to get off topic, it's almost like that's crazy because... You know how they're saying, like, okay, well, if you take away the illegals, it's going to create more jobs.
Yeah.
Okay, but then, like, it's if nobody's working these jobs already,
yep,
who's going to fill these jobs?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why we can't fill these jobs because it's not enough to go ahead and make a living.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So the reason why we got the waiters, how we going to have the waiters, we have the fast food people, how we going to have the fast food people, the teachers. Because
everybody that's underpaid.
It's underpaid.
Stop
so
making it seem. Yeah, because they trying to make it seem like people ain't doing the job because they lazy.
No,
who wants to go there and die?
Thank you.
Look at the demand to be a teacher for pay or nothing. Wow, whoop a kid ass. Not even because he fucking with me. Nigga, do you know how broke I am? You know how broke I'm for the test out if I'm a boxer on you right now. And then I'm going to quit being a teacher and go be a boxer because I fucked him up. What time looking like? Because, man, I'm just saying, like, it's just some job. Like I told people straight up, and I'm being dead serious. If McDonald's paid where you can make a living, and sister, I would go work there.
I mean, correct. But instead, it's almost like, if you get that type of job, you got to get something else. You have to get something else. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's not enough for you to actually be like, man, I got kids, I got a place to stay, and I got food.
No, but that's why I said if them jobs that don't pay, if they started paying enough, you would have enough workers for that job. Because I'm just saying, I wouldn't mind dropping fries and flipping burgers and shit, and then going home because McDonald's paying me $25 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying, don't get me wrong. Even if you want to be one of the people to say, well, who gonna pay you that to do that dumbass job? Man, do you know how much these executives get paid to just sit in the damn office? I answered 17 emails today, and his salary $250,000.
Hey, man.
So it's a lot of jobs that is easy, or to be honest, some people just making it look easy. You might go get the shit and struggle. You fuck, so stop judging. I'm just saying, though, y'all make the money. Is no reason we shouldn't have no money. Who is the guy that's putting the cap on that money is what I'm trying to figure out.
The gatekeepers?
Yes, exactly. Like, nigga, you telling me we need to pump $4 million into where that dirty water at? Where the water at?
Flint.
Now, if we figure out how much money it would cost to fix that water supply, nigga, you could have just, man, can you print up this amount of money so we can get this shit fixed? Who is the person that is not saying that? Or the person that is, man, we can't call the next that. Who is that guy?
That's crazy.
Just fix it.
That's crazy. Because, I don't understand.
I'm just saying. Like, come on now.
I mean, in what is, man, I'll go ahead and say like, I hate the gatekeeping thing is still going to go ahead and it's still going to be a continuous thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter if we talking about, like, whenever we do the next show, it's up on the venue's discretion, you know what I'm saying, to let us know what he wants to do. Because regardless, this is the thing when it comes into venues, is they want it just like we want it. Yeah. They want to earn money just like we want to earn money. Yeah, they got to.
And it makes sense. They should.
But don't go ahead and gatekeep where you go ahead and feel like, hey, I don't want him to go ahead and do well.
Meaning like you would gatekeep me from going in here doing good business, and good business should be the goal anyway. Because that's just like the saying. That's just like the thing I always tell people too. Like, you can't not work with someone just because it didn't work out with somebody else's business. Like, if me and him can able to have good business, we should be able to do that regardless. Versus if you just feeling like, oh, it went south with me, I don't want him to be over there, blah 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 blah. Like, nah, you can't do that. Like, and people, it's a lot of people like that. But then, I mean, I be trying to keep the faith, man, and just be like, oh, I ain't gonna worry about that.
I mean, but it's just hard because, like, not to go ahead and go on my past.
You could.
I tried to get in modeling. You know what I'm saying? And it was funny me trying to get in modeling, it's about who you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got to know somebody, then you have to go ahead and ask the right questions.
Yeah.
Then that person has to go ahead and get
Yeah.
open the gate for you to actually make
Uh-huh.
money. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how to go ahead it is. And it's almost like I was interested into it based off of I like going ahead and dressing.
Yeah.
But that coincides with like, okay, if I like dressing, I can go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
Instead, it's about who you go ahead.
Yeah,
and know.
it's who
you know
you
what I'm
know.
saying? That's how.
And I don't understand. And that's something else that I don't understand why it's got to be like that, because not to jump subject, but just like the DEI, whatever they doing, where they now they basically saying we not gonna do affirmative action. We won't. We want to make sure if you know how to do the job, we're gonna hire you regardless, and that's cool. But now the question I have for that, because it's like if you want to, it's about who you know. How you for sure you getting the person the best for the job? You might know a motherfucker and they don't know what they doing. You just know them. You just gonna give them the job because you know them. Oh, I know her. She got good head. I'm gonna give her the job. See what I'm saying? So it's like, how can you really be trying to pick people based upon, oh, I just want the person that's good or best for the job? How I know you're not picking off of relations?
Yeah, man.
See what I'm saying? It's like that has to be solved first.
Correct.
Is you really wholeheartedly picking people because that person is the best for the job and they're gonna get it done to the likings of your standard, or are you still just picking people because, again, I hit that from the back. She was all right. Oh man, he, you know what I'm saying? He tipped me good, so it's just
there you go.
so it's
there you go.
that's why I just feel like, man, I go off of good vibe, good energy. Like when I met you, like this person ain't. It's just like you do some work. And I go home and I assess it. Met 420 today. How was that? Oh, it was good. How was his event? Oh, it was nice. How did you feel about it? I'm talking to myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Did he pay you? Yeah. That's what you wanted? Yeah. Would you work for him again? Most likely. I liked it. I ask myself all them questions. That's how I determine if I'm going to go back and work with that person. All the things that, meaning like what was the goal I was looking for and what I was trying to achieve. I'm not for to sit there and look at it like, because I mean, I had some people I did work with, the work was good, but I had to say like, damn, his breath stink. You know what I'm saying? It's some people that will kill a relationship based upon
Based off that.
I try not to be that petty.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't like how her drawers was in her butt with her outfit. But she did good work.
But she did good work.
You know what I'm
though.
saying?
Man, yeah.
It's so many dimensions, but yeah, again, like you say, people be gatekeeping, and I'm like, you acting like this, like.
I mean, because, we only got 24 hours in a day, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, we only alive for so long, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing to go ahead and teach our sons and our daughters, well, what we want to go ahead and be done. But it's another thing for like, hey, man, like if somebody come into my shop, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's you my competitor or if it's something else. If you're my competitor or not, I'm going to tell you, like, hey, man, how'd you get it started?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how I got it started.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you from the bottom. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? For me telling you,
not?
like, and it's like, why wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Because either you're not going to take the same steps or you're not me. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you have the funds to go ahead and do it, you're still not me.
Nope.
So it's not going to hurt me by me going ahead and saying, like,
Yeah.
hey, this is what you need to go ahead and do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that. Like, the reason why certain businesses and certain artists and entrepreneurs struggle is because when it comes into the thing of like, hey, how do I get on?
Yeah.
And if you ask the right person,
Yeah.
some people don't tell you nothing.
No, they
You know
won't.
what I'm saying?
Nigga, they play dumb or get back with you.
Yeah.
And you know the reason why. And I'm like that too. Anytime somebody asks me about anything, how to do it, where you get it from, I tell people, you know why? Because I hold my, let's just say, for instance, customers, clientele, fans, whatever they saying. I hold them to a standard where I'm like, if y'all really fuck with me, I can tell this person how to start up the same thing that I'm doing because I know y'all loyal to me. Just because he's starting up this shit, I don't expect for y'all to run over there to him, right? I don't expect for my fans and loyal to people to run over there to him and give him my business and not my business unless they be like, well, nigga, you been slipping. So if you on your shit giving good quality, good business, they gonna still fuck with you and fuck with him, or they gonna just say, well, I'ma still fuck with you. Not, you won't get no shit about, oh, I gotta buy from this, I gotta go through this. You ain't gonna get that because you should expect that from your clients. Why? Because you expected me to give you the quality you want.
Correct.
I got that fire. But see, so many people don't look at that from that standpoint because, again, I think that still stems from people being so broke. Because people be like, I'm looking for the cheaper deal.
Always.
But then you got to have a little common sense. How cheap you want to go? Because the quality for us to get diluted. Now you fuck. So why are you looking for the cheaper deal? Because you're broke. Why are you broke? It goes back to the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, the same cycle. Back to, all the way back to, and then the N-word still falls back and dump back into that. Nigga this, nigga that. And then you be like, it goes back. They just not giving you niggas money. Because you still with that mentality.
Yeah,
you
man.
focus on nigga. Bro, sometimes rich people say the word nigga. They just know when to say it like you say. When they speak in business, we ain't got to do that.
When you're on an interview, you don't do
yeah,
that.
you ain't for to say that.
No,
so you can't do nothing with the word. You just have to learn to play the card for wherever table you sitting at.
Yeah,
Everybody do that, you won't have a problem. Don't be looking over here at that nigga table talking about that nigga got an ace. So, fuck up. Shit. And if you claim to be my partner, play your cards, man. Like, people don't want to do that.
That's it. I don't know.
I just play your cards. All of a sudden, you want to be head of the table. I do not do that, dog.
Definitely.
I have a certain particular, like I say, my goals, my desires, ambition, like everything for what I literally want. I'm telling you, it's so unique that, man, I won't mimic nobody else. I can sit here with that same suit you got on. I will fight a person and tell them, I'm still not him. It's a difference. People don't see that. I can walk in here with them same suede shoes that look like you paid $565 for them, and motherfuckers be like, "Are you jocking your style?" Nigga, we can't like the same thing.
I'm telling you, that's that Jordan plug mentality. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
Man,
regardless, in closing, man,
we
like
close it. That was good.
for I will say for anybody out there, man, like don't keep information.
Nah.
Spread the love, man. Like if you have something that people want, spread it. Then on top of that, almost like, you know, Spike Lee had the right thing when he made the Do the Right Thing movie. If you watch it and over, it had certain messages that pushed, just do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, why not?
Yep.
It don't cost you nothing to do the right thing.
Yep.
You know, same thing when people go ahead and say, why that boy didn't like my picture on social media. Unfortunately, it don't cost you nothing to press a like on something. Then on top of that, like to give somebody just 5 seconds at a time, it don't cost that. You know what I mean? So regardless if we're talking about all the way up to the big names, to the little people, you know what I'm saying? Just try to not gatekeep. You know what I'm saying? It is because in the same hand, when we get to whoever your higher power is, you don't want a gate to be keeping you from there. When you're like, I'm already here. Well, hold on, you gotta wait because the gate, you know, is closed right now. So, you know, it depends on if, you know, somebody in the back gonna vouch for you.
Yeah.
Nah.
And to piggyback off that, to further close it too. Do the right thing, like he said. That is so key. But in doing the right thing, and also understand that doing the right thing don't have to be the right thing that another person done. Like, do the right thing that you know is right as you as an individual and know what you can offer. Like, that's the right thing. Just offer the person what you offering. And if somebody asks you of something, if it ain't hurting you, killing you, you shouldn't think that it's going to destroy you anyway, because with your brand, your identity, or whoever you are is you in itself. And if somebody has enough sense to come up to you and ask you, hey, man, how you XYZ, you shouldn't feel threatened by that. Because I'm just saying, like, we all trying to figure out what the hell is going on and why we here. So I'm just like, how far you think you going to go on your own without trying to bring or help other people get lifted up to a certain place? Because two things going to happen. Again, you going to either be the only motherfucker on top till everybody gone and you there stuck by yourself. Or again, it's just like when you get to that time where you going to be asked, like, why you didn't help? You gonna really tell them? Like, shit, nigga, you got me fucked up, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna say some hood shit to the creator? Like, come on, man. Just, we all trying to figure this out. So, man, just always, old school dude, last thing he told me, he say, bro, just give the same energy that you asking.
Thank you.
Just give the same energy you ask. If somebody asking you to do XYZ, say, well, what can I help with that? Well, how can I help with that? Just that's it. You know, trust the system, trust the process.
Man.
But nah, man, that was dope. Ignite with J Dynomite, boy. We got fire here, boy. We damn. I'm
sweating in this zone,
sweating a little bit.
Yeah, night questions, guys.
But yeah, man. Nah, it was dope, man. Like I say, I always fuck with you, bro. Everything we have done together has been good. I haven't had no issues. This nigga's always late. But what I'm saying is I give the same energy. If he's late, then I just make myself late. All right, I find something to do. But what I'm saying is it's just sometimes, man, you take advantage of people when people not even knowing they're being taken advantage of because they got so much going on. You ain't got to do that. You know, you ain't got to do that. This man has never took advantage of me, and I have seen moments where, you know, he's so swamped with things. Hell, you might be able to snatch and grab some shit from him. I don't. I just be like, hey man, what can I jump in at? You need anything from me? If not, don't. Just give out the same energy, bro. Everybody gonna be all right. There's no reason to tear each other head off, bro. So that's good. I just want to say, give your flowers, man. I'm good with you. So no issues over here. Fuck them hoe ass niggas. They want to treat you like a little man. How dare y'all treat? You know, then you hit a. Nah, let me stand. But nah, this.
LeBron got a Barbie, nigga.
Yeah.
I can't have a Barbie.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because LeBron 6'7", nobody want, you know. But
crazy,
nah, man. But yeah, we gonna be good, man. We good over here. Ignite with J Dynomite. This has been great. Another session. Hey, you got anything coming up you want to add to?
Nah, but you know, I'm trying to go ahead and plan for the summer, man. We trying to get a summer thing going.
Okay,
you know.
yeah, because we got some good shit coming for the summer. It's gonna be fun. This is the moment where we all go back and act like kids. Ignite with J Dynomite, my co-host Sharp, man, with the powder blue on. We all right, bro. All right.